Okay guys, Indebted One here, and obviously I got a new gun here. It is a WE L85. You guys know I've had a couple of these. I've had it 3 times, so one of them I own twice. But I got this one for $100. I bought the SUSAT scope separately. It was $35, but it did come with the rail and stuff. The nozzle was broken. Still, he gave me a really good price on it. He had like a miscellaneous foregrip thing set up. This is my AFG, but he did have stuff come on there. Didn't come with the flash hider. I just threw my M4, an extra one that I had laying around for now. But the reason I'm showing this to you right now is I'm going to go ahead and make a video. He included this tight bore barrel with it. This thing was actually new. It was a little long. I cut it off and recrowned it to make it fit right. And I'm going to go ahead and make a video showing you how to swap the inner barrel on this thing. So this will be a little different than yours if you don't have this stuff. And this actually fits a standard rail. It doesn't fit the normal rail that comes on the L85s. So that's a little different, but still same basic principle. So first thing I'm going to do is take off my scope here. So unscrew this. So set that aside. Okay, and we're going to need to take off. We're going to go ahead and split this receiver. Punch out the back pin here. This pin right in front of the mag release. Pull that one out. And then this should come apart. Okay. We don't need this. We're going to set this aside. I'm going to go ahead and pull the bolt back. Okay. Here we'll take the recoil system out. Pull this all the way back to this notch, and the charging handle will come off, and you can pull the bolt out. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is pull all these screws out. Now, if you have a normal one, you've got this guy on top. You back these 2 screws out, and then go through the top here. And in this one, right there, there's a screw that goes into here. Back that out. That's all off of here already. We'll set that aside. Go ahead and take these out. So pull that rail off, get the screw out the rest of the way. Okay. Now, the way you get this thing off, we're going to go ahead and we need to take this flash hider off. Go ahead and pull that off. Okay. I'm going to knock this pin out here. It's in the back. Like I said, this is if you have this rail system on here. You'll still have to take this gas block off, and that's still the same way it'll come off. But you'll have to take the handguard off, the plastic handguard, which you just pop it open, and then it should all push forward, come off. There's a button here. You gotta push that button, and then it'll slide forward. Okay. Get this off the rest of the way. It's actually screwed through the gas block, you can see. I don't need to take any of that off, so we'll just put that aside like that. Get here. This should all be loose already. It's going to be pretty tight, but you can pull it straight out. So you got this piece here, fits like this in there. Okay. Gonna leave it in there for now. Set this aside. Take this screw out. Take this Allen head off to release the outer barrel. Pull out. And then you you should be able to just push the inner barrel and hop up unit out like so. That side. Then, as with most, there's a little screw right there. Phillips. Back that guy out. So there's that. Make sure you don't lose your nub, as always, right there. Don't want to lose that guy. Don't want to lose your arm. You can go ahead and take this. I'm using the stock bucking still. Take that off. Throw this on here. Make sure you get it on straight. And one other thing I like to do while I got this apart, I like to run some Teflon tape around my bucking. You want to make sure when you do this that your bucking doesn't turn on you, that that nub stays in the right spot. And you don't need to do too much, just a couple of wraps help seal it up. If you go too much, you'll never get this thing back in here. It'll be too tight. You get that in there, make sure you look through there, push down, make sure that nub's in the right spot. Okay. Obviously it only fits in there one way. Put that in there. Put this nub back in. So, close it back up. Make sure everything fits nice and tight. This should all seal up. Okay. Sometimes these replacement barrels, the notches, these notches aren't quite right, so they'll have to be filed out a little bigger. This one's fitting pretty good. And screw that back on. Get it down tight. Now some people put Loctite on this screw. I don't recommend that because it can make it a pain to get it back out. And it's such a small screw, it strips real easy. You don't want to strip that out because then you got to drill it out and maybe re-tap a hole or buy a whole new hop up, and you don't want to do that if you don't have to. Now, the other thing I like to do is put a little bit of Teflon tape on my inner barrel, and don't go too much, and kind of stagger it like I'm doing here as you're wrapping it up. This will be to help eliminate any wobble between the inner and outer barrel when it goes back in. Just do that. Put this guy back in here. Now, there's a couple of notches here that fit some tabs inside here. The easiest way I found to do this is put this in. Remember, this tab goes down. Okay. Put it in at a kind of an angle. So push it all the way tight, and then turn it as you push in, and you should feel it snap in. Alright, like so. Okay. Put that screw back in. I'm not going to go ahead and put this, I'm not going to put this together all the way on the video, guys. Putting it together is just the exact opposite of how I took it apart. So you should be able to figure that out. But anyways, you got the basics there. If you like this video, let me know. I'm going to try to do a little more tech stuff like this. Actually, I probably should have been doing this all along, showing how to break these guns down, because I've had so many gas guns that could have helped a lot of people out if I had done this. So try to do this a little more often. Anyways, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Excuse me. Got another gun I'm going to show you here shortly. Maybe I'll make a video after this one, just going over one of my other latest guns that I've gotten and built. So anyways, guys, thanks a lot. I appreciate it. We'll catch you next time.